Hello everyone. What we're going to look at in this video is how we calculate the expected value without sample information. What we should find is that if we've already calculated the expected value with sample information, the expected value without sample information will be a much quicker process. So once again, looking at the situation that we've been dealing with, same decision alternative, same states of nature. We saw as we added in the sample information, there was a lot more probabilities involved. Hopefully we noticed or started to recognize some patterns when we got into the decision tree itself about why these probabilities look the way they do. Here I'm going to jump into that decision tree that I created back in the expected value with sample information video. So please, if you have not watched the with sample information video yet, please watch that first because it will show you where this much larger decision tree has come from. Okay, so here's our much larger decision tree that we created back in the EVwoSI video. Looking at this tree, once we've got it created, what we should find is that there's a certain spot in this diagram that's going to refer to the same thing under three different names. And where that spot is the branch that we've chosen to go where we're not getting the market research. Going down this road where we're not getting the market research, this here, this $14.2 million is the expected value without sample information. We've chosen not to get the sample. 14.2 million is our EVwoSI. We've also seen in the past, this is the same thing as our EVwoPI. It's also the same thing as our initial expected value calculation. But more specifically, when we talk about EVwoSI or EVwoPI, those are the exact same thing. It gets pretty confusing because we see these different acronyms. We talk about one thing without perfect information, another thing without sample information, but it is the exact same thing. Both of those are $14.2 million. Without perfect information, without sample information, it's all about the route that we go down in this much larger decision tree where we didn't hire the research company. So again, I know I didn't talk about the actual creation of this decision tree in this video. That was done in the last video. Please make sure that you have watched it in order to see how the tree was created properly. But now that it is created, finding EVwoPI or EVwoSI is the same thing, this $14.2 million payoff going down the branch where we did not get the market research. So once again, just as a real quick wrap up, EVwoSI, or the expected value without sample information, is 14.2, or specifically $14.2 million. Thank you very much, everyone. Please pay attention for our next video, where we're going to look at how to calculate the expected value of sample information. So much like when we saw with perfect information, we have one with, one without, and one of. And knowing the difference between those acronyms, EVwoSI, EVwoSI, and EVSI will be critical in getting these questions correct.